this weekend we have the Subaru in the garage, and I'm going to be hopefully building an exhaust system for it. I bought the car in 2012, and the exhaust system was okay on it, and a few weeks later I ripped the entire exhaust system out the back end of the car off-roading. I caught it on a rock or something and just pulled it right out. And so after that I went to Advanced Auto Parts, and I searched around to see if I could find, because I basically needed the resonator assembly, which is, it comes with the Y pipe, and because the mufflers were fine, it was just like the midsection was all destroyed. So anyways, AutoZone was the only one that had it, and of like, you know, the cheap, you know, run down to your box store and pick it up kind of thing. They were the only ones that had it. It took them like 2 weeks to get it, so it was like $250. It was a Walker brand. The salesman's told me before, best in the business. But if you do some research, Walker is the only person in the business, because if you go on like Advanced Auto's website, all their aftermarket like OEM, you know, bolt-on stock fit mufflers, Walker. AutoZone, Walker. Auto Plus, Walker. In Napa, the only difference between a Napa muffler and one from like Parts Plus is the fact that Napa makes their own stickers, so it says Napa on the side, but it's a Walker. So yeah, they're the best in the business because they're the only ones in the business. You know, it's kind of hard to compete when you're the only competition. So anyways, Walker's totally garbage. I had that on my car literally, I think it was 2 years. That's what's left of it. 2 years after I bought it. Like I said, the stock system on this car was on it from 2005 to 2012. And look, the stock mufflers are still sitting right there. There's like hardly any rust on them. Just a little bit of surface rust. The worst part of the pipe's going into it. So those have been in New York winters since 2005. The Walker pipe has been in New York winters since 2012. So anyways, 2 years after I put that system on there, both mufflers broke right off at the Y pipe. That was the whole reason I bought a welder, was to weld my mufflers back on. That's how I justified it with the wife. So I welded the mufflers back on, then it broke in another place. I welded that, broke in another place, and then last spring the whole pipe just started to rot through. I mean, just like blew out sections of the pipe, and I was gonna fix it, and then a few weeks later the whole resonator just like dropped off of it. And so anyways, I decided, instead of going to Subaru and getting an OEM replacement for like $600, instead of buying another Walker for $250 that I'll have to replace in a few years, I decided I'm gonna build my own exhaust system. I got a welder, I have the internet, so why not? So I started to compile some parts here. I got some stainless steel tubing, 2 1/4. I got a V-band, 4-inch flex pipe, some pre-bent crap here. Got some 45s and 90. And right now what I'm going to try to do is put this is like a 30-inch, 31-inch Glasspack. I want to see how much of a difference that makes with just the Glasspack on it. And, I'm not looking to like, I don't want it to be really loud, but I know I'm not going to be able to get it like stock quiet. So I'm going to see what the 31-inch Glasspack does. I might add like a thrush muffler behind that just to help quiet it down a little bit more. Without further ado, I'm going to try to do this. This might end in total disaster, but hopefully not. So here's where we're at. We're tired. I'm cramping. And I'm shoved under a car. And I have a bright light in my face. And went out there looking for a Christmas gift for me. I would like a vehicle lift. That would be awesome. Anyways, here's where we're at with the exhaust. As you can see, we got it all the way back here to the rear diff. I just gotta cut a piece and mock up that 45, and then I'm out of bends, so then we'll have to figure out what we're gonna do for the other muffler. I did fire it up, and it's a lot quieter, but I think I'm still going to add in a muffler back here and just use the Glasspack as more of like a resonator. So as you can see, we got the V-band hooked up to the 4-inch flex pipe and then to the Glasspack. I think I'm just gonna end up pulling out unbolting the headers and dropping the whole front of the exhaust system to get that flange, the V-band welded onto the cat there, because I'm just having a heck of a time. I can't. It looks like crap. But oh, I gotta change the battery back. Anyways, that's about it. Alright, so here's what we have. So I got my 245s and my 90 here to offset around the rear differential. The welds aren't the prettiest. Having some issues because these pre-bent pipes are a thinner wall thickness than the straight tubing that I got, and they're all the same, so I have to butt weld them, you know. Whereas like where it goes into the Glasspack, you know, the pipe slid inside, as well as like up here the pipe slid inside all of these, so it's a little bit harder to weld. So my welds are turning out the prettiest. Not to mention this is my first time using gas on this welder, so it's taken me a little bit to try to figure out settings and stuff like that. But it'll work. I'm trying to practice on the top side, so that way when you put the exhaust in, you can't see the really bad welds. Like that one there, that one's pretty nasty. But they're decent welds. Structurally, they should hold up and not leak. So I just got to finish welding out this one last piece here, and then put it in there and put a hanger on it, and this portion of the exhaust will be pretty much done. I still got to get a muffler and a few more pre-bent pieces, finish welding it out. But yeah. So here's what we ended up with for the exhaust. It's all done. I'm about to pull the car in and put it back on. So we got the V-band, flex pipe, Glasspack, and I went with a thrush welded muffler. I painted it with the VHT flame-proof paint. I used because you're supposed to like cure it and stuff, so I used a heat gun, and I blew it through one end, and I was getting like 230 degree air out the other end, so that was enough to cure it. Hopefully. The only part that might not be cured is the Glasspack, because the fiberglass kind of insulates it and it doesn't get as hot. But turned out pretty decent. The welds aren't the best. I should have gone with some smaller wire. I was running 35 thousandths. Yeah, it should work. The only issue that I did have was the exhaust system's like upside down right now. Up here, where is it? Right there. After I got it all in there, and the one hanger welded up, I noticed if you're parked on a hill and you shift it out of park, the engine kind of shakes, and when it does, it causes the whole exhaust system to kind of shake. And the Glasspack was hitting on the pillow block bearing for the rear drive shaft, so it wasn't like, you know, constantly hitting. When you went over to bumps, it didn't hit. It was just when you shifted out of park, which could be cured by using the parking brake. But I took a hammer and beat it in a little bit. I didn't beat it in like crazy, but beat it in a little bit to give me a little bit of clearance, just so it doesn't sound like it's a broken piece of garbage. So yeah, get the car pulled in and put this on it. So here it is in the car. Sits a little bit lower than the old muffler did. I didn't get it quite high enough. And the cutout where the tailpipe goes isn't exactly where the old one was, but should work.